What's up, everybody? Coach James here with TRS Athletics, bringing you the movements for today's workout, Wednesday, December 2nd, 2020. It's a two-parter. The first part, similar to what we had for Tuesday with the overhead squats, we have some technique work with the split jerks, and we are going off the rack, which I have behind me. And then part B is just a really quick 500-meter sprint with that 4-minute time cap. So that's something that everyone should be able to finish, and that's kind of the finisher for that day. So with the split jerk, I'm gonna go over the standards. It's been a while since we've done this as a CrossFit class. I know we had some skill work during the first round of quarantine, but we're kind of revisiting it. My big advice for this one is to really just focus on technique, since it's a newer movement to a lot of us. Those that are more experienced can add a little bit more weight, but we wanna make sure that we are solidified with the technique and the proper stance before we add any weight. So even if we're just using the bar, we prefer that over any weight if you do not have the technique. So I'm gonna go over the kind of standards and key points that we are expecting of the split jerk movement. All right, guys, so what the split jerk movement should look like. So we have our bar on our shoulders. It is a dip, drive, and then you're gonna land in the split stance, kind of like what we have as our logo, Mr. Pepito. Those who don't know, our logo's name is Mr. Pepito. So that same stance, and then we recover from front foot back, and then back foot meets that front foot in the middle, and then we reset by bringing the bar down. So for that split stance, usually what I like to do is I have my dominant knee in front. That might not be the case, so play around whichever feels more comfortable, either your right or left. That's where you want that stronger leg to be in the front. So again, as we recover here and there. Usually with the stance width, it's about your squat stance width. So it's about shoulder width apart. All I'm doing is putting one foot front, back foot kind of in the middle. So almost like a lunge. So if you were to take a lunge and then lift that back leg up slightly, that should be the stance of the split jerk. So do a couple practice ones without the bar, just dip, get into that position, and recover. So you kind of want to repeat that until that gets kind of embedded in your brain. Then we can add either the PVC or the barbell if you are ready. So once we figured out kind of our stance position, then we can move on to the rack, which is where we are going to be doing the split jerks with the barbell. So first things first, I said this in my back squat video about 4 or 5 weeks back. You want to approach the bar with some intent. You don't want to just approach the bar, oh, I'm going to pick it up, yada yada, and then get set. Brace, figure out where your grip is going to be. It's usually the clean, so right outside the shoulder, that should be your grip width for the barbell. So I'm gonna grab the bar, take a deep breath. I'm gonna step one foot in, get another foot in the middle, stand straight up, and then back out. From here, I'm in my front back position. What I want to do with a split jerk, just like we have with any other press, is to bring those elbows slightly lower. So that way the bar rests on the full hand rather than just the fingers. It makes it easier for the barbell to go up. So if I'm here, then I want to tuck my chin back. You don't want to have your chin all the way forward, so that way it creates a clear bar path to go up. So if I tuck my chin back, one cue we like to give is if you're smelling something funny, just kind of tuck your chin back. Then from here, I'm going to dip, jump, catch it in that split jerk stance, and then recover. Again, front foot back to the middle, back foot front. Now since it is a set of 2, we're going to bring the barbell back down. Reset, take a big deep breath in, dip, punch, and recover, and bring that barbell back down. Now, just like we did for the overhead squat, we want to make sure that we are bringing it back down and then re-racking. We don't want to drop from the top. So pick a weight that will allow you to cushion that landing and then reset without having to drop. There's a couple key things we want to focus on while we do, especially with the initial dip. We want to make sure that we are not dipping forward with our hips. Our hips are going straight down and back. So with the full foot on the ground, should be a knee bend, knee slightly out, dip. You don't want to have your dip with your heels coming out, because then it makes it that much harder for it to jump. Now make it look like you seem in a jumping position, but really want to make sure we're getting that full force of that jump by having a full foot on the ground, dip, and then jump, punch, and recover. Again, big shoulders on that punch. Don't let your legs do all the work. Have some shoulders in there, so when I dip, bring the shoulders up, and then recover, and then back down. All right, so that is it for the standards on the split jerk. Okay, we kind of went over a lot, but again, it's a very high technical movement. Okay, so just try your best. Remember, technique over weight every single time on every single lift. Okay, and then for part B, just go ham, to be honest. It's only one 500-meter row, a sprint. Okay, so again, just go fast as you can on that, and then that will be over. Okay, have fun. Bye.